Oh, it's incredible. Max Verstappen is the fastest in second practice at the Mexican Grand Prix. It's like that Tyrannosaurus Rex chasing down everybody. That is the analogy they want us to believe it to be. But what did we expect? It's Supermax. He's going to, isn't he? Now, far from it for me to be the kind of guy that just is here to piss on everybody's chips. But we need to have a look at some context here. Here's Max Verstappen. Mexican Grand Prix practice 2 in progress at the moment. Oh, 3,296 people are viewing this page, of which I'm one of them. So, having a lovely time. Max is out the lead, but let's just go back to the first practice and see what was going on in the first practice. Because in the first practice, what they did, they gave these cars to other drivers. So Charles Leclerc in Ferrari, he drove the Ferrari himself and was the fastest. Kimi Antonelli, Formula One driver for Mercedes, drove his car. He was second fastest. Hulkenberg in the Sauber, he drove his Sauber. He was third fastest. Oscar Piastri, the McLaren, the rocket ship McLaren, in the hands of Oscar Piastri, is only fourth fastest behind a Sauber. What's going on there? What's going on there? Is it Jonathan Wheatley, now the team principal at Sauber? Is he making all the difference over at Sauber? Strange that is. Gabriel Bortoleto, fifth in a Sauber. And then what's this lad? English lad here. English lad with a traditional English name from Great Britain, Arvid Lindblad. Traditional English lad from Yorkshire. Anyway, what's he doing here? What's he driving? He's driving a Red Bull. Whose car is Arvid driving? Oh, Arvid, right, is driving Max's Red Bull. And who has Arvid managed to beat in Max's Red Bull? Well, Arvid has managed to beat a established Formula One driver in Esteban Ocon. He's managed to beat Yuki Tsunoda's Red Bull. Unbelievable. Is Arvid a better driver than Yuki? Or is there a difference between the cars? How much of a difference if a novice can just jump in a car and beat the second driver in the team? How much better is that first car? Franco Colapinto, somebody who's also quite promising in Formula One. Alex Albon, we know how fast Alex Albon can be. Experienced drivers that are familiar with the track, familiar with the cars that they're driving. This test driver, he's not used to driving a Formula One car. How on earth can he just jump in a car, a circuit that he's not raced at or has only had minimal experience in racing at, and be setting a time that is faster than Esteban Ocon, Yuki Tsunoda in a sister Red Bull that he's familiar with, Franco Colapinto, Alex Albon, Isaac Hadjar. We all know how promising Hadjar's looked on occasions this season. And what about this? He's faster than two-time world champion Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso. Now, okay, we look at this. Hadjar only got 6 laps of running him. Fernando Alonso, 14 laps. Is that right? Oh no, I've got that wrong. I'm pointing out their numbers there. I've minimised it down. How many laps have we got in here? Tsunoda's done 29 laps. So Arvid, the English lad there, 26 laps. Esteban Ocon, 29 laps. Tsunoda, 29 laps. Colapinto, 28. Alex Albon, 33. Isaac Hadjar, 32. Fernando Alonso, 26. No excuses then, really. He's beaten 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 established Formula One drivers, of which Fernando Alonso is a 2-time world champion. He's beaten Yuki Tsunoda in the other Red Bull. we're doing 118.9. It's almost 119. Sonoda's 119.09. To be a novice driver on a test and you're beating the established one in the B driver, what is going on there? Now, you'll notice names down here that are not familiar from if you just follow Formula One. Now, I don't follow these lower down formula. Patricio O'Ward, Frederick Verstappen'S, Paul Aaron, Rio Hirakawa, Ayumo Iwasa, Luke Browning, Jack Crawford, and then in Lewis Hamilton's car, in last place is Antonio Fuoco. Now let's have a look at these two drivers. We can have a look at this one here. This one is the English lad, Arvid Lindblad. And what's he done so far in his career? Now, Arvid's is 18, from Surrey in England. He's British, Swedish, and he's had 20 starts in the Formula 2 Championship, and he's won twice. Been on the podium 4 times, got 1 pole position and 3 fastest laps. And we can go down, 18 years of age. He's not going to have a massive amount of history in racing. However, we can have a good idea. I mean, karting, 14th, finished second there. What's that? How many races is this? Not many. Then 3rd, 16th, 8th. We've got these results here. You can count the number of races. 21 races, finished 3rd. 1 race, won 1 race there. 15 races, finished 1st in that series. So that's the Formula Regional Oceania Championship, M2 competition. Finished 1st in that championship. 7th in the current Formula 2 Championship. So 7th in the current championship that he's competing in. And he's come into a test session in Formula 1. And he's set the 6th fastest time in that session. Beating in a car that he's not familiar with. A track he's not particularly familiar with. Because he's only a young lad and he wouldn't have driven Mexico many times. And he's beaten Ocon, Tsunoda, Colapinto, Albon, Hadjar and Alonso. Guys that are all familiar with that track. All familiar with their own cars that they're driving. And this lad's jumped into Max's car and beaten them. What's going on there? Now, is it the driver or is it the equipment, everybody? Now, again, you can go and have a look on Wikipedia at this lad's career. I don't want to knock him. Good luck to him. 18-year-old lad. And, good luck to him and his career. So far, he's not necessarily set the world alight in terms of winning everything, but this is the development of all of us. Some people are amazing right from the get-go. Some people seem to just succeed instantly and win everything in their path. Others take some development time. So, time will be what it will be for him. We'll wait and see. But all I'm saying is, what it doesn't appear to demonstrate is that this guy is some sort of the results are decent, but they're not marking him out as being like this massive talent that the world is expecting to break into Formula 1 and just wipe the floor with everybody. His results don't really seem to indicate that. And the fact that he's 7th in the current championship that he's competing in, again, there can be reasons for that. It can be the competitiveness of his car. But, like I say, you can look at these series here. 4th in last year's Formula 3 Championship. We had 3 drivers ahead of him. Again, what's the quality of his car? 13th in a 9-race series. 4th in a 9-race series. 3rd in a 21-race series. 5th in a 15 race series, 17th in an 8 race series. So, you know, if you finish in those positions, there's drivers that are finishing ahead of you. Where are them drivers? And again, is it the quality of the machinery? The other guy that's driving Lewis's car is this lad. Now, this lad is a bit older, so he's 29. With a bit of age comes a bit of experience, perhaps. Maybe he's driven Mexico a few more times than this lad, Arvid. Arvid. Right, so maybe Antonio has driven Mexico a few more times. I don't know. Don't really care. But what's he done in his career? Well, he's currently driving in the World Endurance Championship. A different style of car, so it's not open kind of single seat racing in the same way that Formula 2 is. So it's maybe a different adaptation. But he's had 34 starts, 4 wins, 17 podiums, 5 poles, 5 fastest laps. Now, is that due to the dominance of that car? Again, difficult to say. I don't know. I don't follow it. But that would seem to be a more impressive record in terms of number of podiums relative to starts and number of wins than the other guy. And then again, you come down here. He's a Le Mans winner, 24-hour Le Mans winner. Okay, 1 race, 1 win. What's he currently doing? 2025, 7 race series is this. Currently 5th in that championship. That's better than 7th, isn't it? Was this a 4 race series? 9th? What's going on now? 4 race series, 36th. What kind of championship is that? What kind of competitive car is that? Again, don't know. Don't know. But let's just go back to this. Somebody jumps into Lewis Hamilton's car, a Le Mans winner, an experienced racing driver, because he's now 29, so he's probably had 10 years of motor racing experience behind him. And he's not got a bad record. And he is the last car. 29 laps is completed. He's the 20th out of 20 cars. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there were 9 kind of test drivers, rookie drivers having a go. 8 of them beat him. In another series, would he be the 9th out of 9 competitors if all them 9 raced against each other? But in Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari, that's the best that he can put it. Likewise, Arvid, if they just had those 9 racers racing against each other, would he be the one that's out the front? Would he beat all the other 8? Well, he's gone into the Red Bull, he's gone into Max's car and beaten Ocon, Tsunoda, Colapinto, Alex Albon, Hadjar and Fernando Alonso. Now, I would suggest that shows more about Max's car than the actual ability of this lad here. Could be wrong. Could be wrong, but the fact that he's managed to lap faster than Yuki Tsunoda, when Yuki Tsunoda's not only familiar with the track but also far more familiar with the car, well, some of us can read between the lines and realise that Max's car isn't the same as Tsunoda's car. It's a rocket ship. Anyway, but don't tell the kiddies that. Tell the kids it's Supermax. Tell everybody out there it's just Supermax because it's the guy that he's the best you've ever seen, and he's finally got that car working, and the car's finally kind of just about on a par with everything else now. Still a bit behind the McLarens, but it's Max that's making it oh so much faster. Yeah, yeah. The Red Bull car still probably only the fourth fastest car on the grid, because McLaren is still the rocket ship. Uh, the Mercedes is probably the second fastest car, and the Ferrari's even faster than that Red Bull. It proves it, because look at Yuki Tsunoda. Look at where he is, and he can't beat the Ferrari. So the Red Bull's the fourth fastest car, but in the hands of Max Verstappen, the best you've ever seen. Then yeah, Max makes it happen, doesn't he? No, or maybe it's the fastest car a lot. And because it's the fastest car out of all of them, even a novice driver can beat all of these experienced drivers. He can beat a two-time world champion, having never fucking driven in the sport before. Having never fucking driven in Formula One, he's beaten Fernando Alonso, a guy that also has won Le Mans. Funny that, isn't it? Funny that. Anyway, thank you for your time.